Hello amazing people, welcome back to a new video guys. How you all doing today? Hope your day is going well and hope you're fine. Today I'm going to show you how to make a straight cut Igbo blouse. Okay, yes guys, so in my previous video I actually showed you how to cut an Igbo wrapper, which is 2 layers. Very easy guys, so you can also go ahead and watch it. It's linked up already in the description box. So here is my fabric. Yeah, I have it all laid out. So I'm going to be cutting out first of all for the front piece, and I'm going to be using two different dart method here. The first is going to be for the straight cut bustier, which is for the front piece. Okay, yes guys, while for the second piece, which is the back piece, I'll be using a princess dart. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to take my measurement. So what I have here is actually the full length of my blouse, which is 24. Okay, yes, but I'm adding extra 2 inches of allowance for the hemming at the top and at the lower part. I'm also going to be using a lining. Okay, yes guys, so I'll first of all take note of the vertical measurement. So starting from the top length here, I'll take note of the chest line, which I'm marking at 9 inches. Okay, so the next is going to be the bust point. I'm taking that at 11 inches. So the next is going to be the under bust. I'm taking that at 14. Then the next is going to be the waistline at 17, and of course the hip length is going to be at 24. Okay, so what I'm doing now is just to go ahead and mark it all the way so I can get a perfect straight line. Okay, yes guys, yes. So here I have it all. Then I'm going ahead to label it: the chest line, the bust point, the under bust, the waistline, and the hip line. Okay, yes guys. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take note of my darts. Now I'm using the nipple to nipple distance, okay, which is known as the bust span measurement, and that's 7 divided by 2, that's 3.5. I'm going to add 0.5 inches to it, making it 4 inches. So from the top of my blouse there all the way to the lower length, I'm going to mark that 4 inches. Okay, so you can see me marking that at, and of course connecting all to a straight line. So you can see that now. So now it's time for us to create our bustier cut. So I'll take note of that on my under bust. From my bust point, I'm taking note of 1 inches up and 1 inches down. Okay, so those are the 2 points. I'm just marking that. So it's going to be useful for us to create our cup. From that bust point, I went down by 1 inches and I went up by 1 inches as well. That was just what I marked out there. Then I'll come to the under bust now. I'm going to be indicating 3/4 of an inches on both sides. So you can see me, I'm taking that 3/4 of an inches all the way to the length. From the under bust, 3/4 of an inches all the way to the length of the top. Okay, so I'm just marking out a straight line on both sides. So you can see me marking out that straight line now. Okay, yes guys. So after that now, then I'll come to that under bust point there. Now I'll connect it to that 1 inches what that is what below the bust point. So you can see me creating my curve. Like I said, this is the essence of that, is just for us to create our upper cup and our lower cup. So I have gone ahead to do that. Then the next thing now is to take note of what I have on that my dart line. It's 3/4 inches on both sides, which means it's equally 1.5 inches, right? So I'll come to the upper part now and distribute that 1.5 inches. So I'll mark half of an inch on one side, then I'll mark 1 inches on the other side. So the half of an inches, I'm marking it the one that is heading towards the unfold part, while the 1 inches towards the armhole side. So you can see my markings there. So these 2 points now, I will now connect it to the 1 inches point that we marked earlier on, that is what above the bust point line. I hope you can see it. So the initial lower cup was the one below the bust point. Now we are connecting this one to the one above the bust point line. You can see this. So here automatically what we have created our upper cup. You can see this now. It's as easy as that. So I'm just going ahead to blend this properly so you can see our cup has been created. It's as easy as that, guys. Yes guys, so the next thing now is for me to impute my measurements. So I'm going to come first now to put in my shoulder measurement. Okay, don't forget this is the front piece, right? Usually we usually have to mark our shoulder before any other thing, but you can see we're doing our cup first so that we can impute every necessary allowance that we need to. So I'm fixing in the shoulder width now, which is 15 divided by 2, 7.5. Going ahead to add 0.5 inches. That's 8 inches. Okay. Now this dart line you see there, which is 1.5, I have to impute it back because it's going to be cut off, okay, so that by the time we sew it back, we will not be shorting on that part. So I'm going ahead to add that extra 1.5 inches there. You can see me extending this now to the chest line. You can see this now. Yeah, so we've just for us to create our armhole, right? Yes, guys. So I'll come to the chest line now and input my bust measurement. Bust measurement of 34 divided by 4, that's 8.5. I'm going ahead to add extra 3.5 inches there. Okay, so this inclusive of what the allowance, and also we're going to be turning this all with the lining. Okay, yes. So I'm coming now to the waistline now. It's 28 divided by 4, 7. I'm also putting back that 1.5 inches dart there, and plus extra allowance of 3 inches. The same thing now for the hip, which is 38 divided by 4, 9.5. You can see me also putting that 1.5 inches dart allowance, and also extra 3 inches. Okay, so that's it, guys. So once I'm done, I'll go ahead and connect all these points together. Okay, yes, guys. So that's it. You can see like we have practically drafted that our front piece here. Yes, guys. So I'm also going ahead to fixing my armhole cuff there. Yes, so on the lowest part, as we usually do when we're cutting out our blouse or dress, I'm just going to eliminate that sharp edge by the side. So I just went up by 1.5 inches. So you can see me creating my cuff towards that that point there. Okay, so I'm just going ahead to cut it off. So this is just eliminate that sharp edge to give that side a curve. You can see this, guys. Yes, guys, we're done here. So I'm just going ahead to cut all this out. So this is the front piece, like I said. So I will not fix the neckline yet. It's when we are done joining it. You can see our piece is ready. You can see how it's look. So it's when we're done joining our darts together by the sides, then we can now go ahead and cut out the slope and also our neckline. So this is it, guys, for the front piece. Yes, guys. So I'll go ahead now to cut out for the back piece now. So like I told you earlier on, I'll be using a princess dart method for this one, for this back piece. So I'm just going ahead to mark out 2 inches for my zipper allowance. I just did that. Then I'll go ahead and also indicate my vertical measurement, just exactly what we did for the front piece. Taking note of my chest line at 9, bust point at 11, the under bust at 14, the waistline at 17, and the hip line at 24, of course, with the extra allowances. So you can see these, guys, our lines are ready. Yes, guys. So the next thing now is, of course, to impute of measurement. So for this one now, remember this is a princess dart. So you can see here I'm putting in my 3 by 8 inches mark. Okay, yes, so that's why this one is different from the front piece. So putting my 3 by 8 inches mark. Don't forget we're starting from that zipper allowance space. Remember the back piece has a zipper allowance of 2 inches. So just my 3 by 8 inches mark with my 1 inches for slope. So I'm just going ahead to extend this now all the way to my chest line. Okay, yes, guys. So once I'm done now, so I'll go ahead and create to be able to create my armhole curve. So indicating my bust point on my chest line. Remember it was 34 divided by 4, that's 8.5 plus some extra allowances there, right? So I'll go ahead and get the midpoint from that our slope. Okay, and here you can see me creating my armhole. So this for the back piece actually. Yes, so normally I'm not supposed to even go inwards like so, because we usually use this inwards curve when we are doing it for the front piece, but whichever way I would adjust it afterwards. Okay, yes, guys. So after that, now creating my armhole curve now. So I'm going ahead to fix my dart. So remember the nipple to nipple distance is 4. So you can see me connecting it from that chest line all the way towards the floor length. So we can see here creating our dart. So this one is just a straight cut princess dart. Okay, so after creating my dart on that my bust point line, I'm just going up by 1 inches. You can see me indicating that point on that bust point line. I'm going upwards by 1 inches. Then I'm connecting it to the midpoint of that armhole curve. That's exactly what I did here. Guys, there's nothing extra here we're doing. You can see automatically we have created our princess dart here. So as we usually do when we create our princess dart, I'm just extending that edge by 2 inches, right? Then from there, I'll connect it to my already marked out bust measurement to create my new armhole. And that is it, guys. We've just created a princess. Like I said, this is just a straight cut princess. There's nothing like extra half of an inch here and there. No, sometimes I just usually like to work with this one. It's just straightforward. Okay, yes guys, so I'm just going ahead to impute my other measurements from the waist all the way to the hip, and also adding my extra allowances, just similar thing we did for the front piece. Okay, yes guys, so you can see here, after that I'm connecting all my points together. Yes, so that's it, guys. We've just created our dart here. Then I can come here now and fix what my neck measurements. Okay, unlike the front piece where we still have to wait to join the darts before we create that, so we can actually go ahead and fix our neck width here. So I'm using a neck width of 4 inches, and I'm using a neck depth of 6 inches. This is for the back piece, don't forget. Neck width of 4 and neck depth of what, 6 inches. So you see me creating a curve here. Yeah, so because of that zipper allowance here, I'll go ahead and extend it all the way to the end of that zipper allowance. So I'm going ahead to just cut my entire piece out. Okay, yes guys, so you can see this, guys. So what I usually do, because this is a blouse, right, so I'm going to go inwards on that my waistline by half of an inches, and I'll connect it to the top and to the bottom like I'm doing right now. So this is just to eliminate any form of zip fold. Okay, yes, to help our zip relax whenever we are fixing it. So that's the essence of this one. So I'm just cutting out that curve here to make that the waist part there a little bit deeper. Okay, yes guys, then what I did for the front piece, we eliminated about 1.5 inches upward, okay, to take off that curve. You see it here, so I'm also implying the same thing here. Okay, yes guys, so that's it. So I'm just going ahead to cut this entire piece out. Yes guys, so you can see this, guys, it's straightforward, and our back dart here is ready, guys. Like, we're done with this entire piece. You won't believe it, we're done here. So this is it for the back piece and also for the front piece. Yes guys, so like I said, that is ready for the back. So for the front now, I'll just go ahead and have to join this entire piece first, then before coming backwards to cut my neckline and also my dart. So that's what I'm just going to go ahead and do now. Okay, so that I'll come back and show you the next step. And so here, guys, you can see I've gone ahead to join my dart. I've also ironed my interfacing here. You can see this. I've done the same thing for the lining, exactly the same piece. And of course, this is for my front piece. I've joined it as well. You can see I fixed my wording to, give my cup some edge there. And of course, the next thing now is to go ahead and cut out the neckline and the slope. So you can see me folding my front piece now into two. You can see this now. So what I'm going to do now is to cut out my, so this is the essence why we need to fix in all our allowances. See all those darts that we put in when we are mapping out. You can see now, if you have not done that, would have been having a shortage, right? So I just have the exact width I have here. So what I'm doing here is just basically doing my 3 by 8 inches mark. That's exactly what I'm doing to get my slope here, right? Yes. Then for my neck width, remember we use a neck width of 4 inches. The same thing applied here for this front piece. Then the neck depth of 5 inches. That's what I'm doing for the front piece here. Neck width of 4 and neck depth of 5. Okay. Yes, guys. Of course, it depends on the neck any neckline of your choice actually. So I'm just going ahead to cut this out. I'm placing it together with the lining so I can cut out everything together and to trim out all the excesses hanging around there. Yes guys, so you can see like we're ready here. We're done with the cutting of our neckline for the front piece. So we're done here now. So the next thing now will be to use the linings now to turn this entire piece out. So I'll just take my lining now and place it over it. Okay, so of course right side facing each other. You can see me placing it over it. So I'm going to go ahead and sew the neckline and the sides and also the lowest point. So I'm going to be doing the same thing for the back piece as well, just the same process, and trim out any excesses hanging around there. the neckline, the sides, and also the lowest part. So after that, then I'll be turning it out, from the armhole part. Okay, yes, I'll be turning it out from there. So I'll go finish that up. And here, guys, I've gone ahead to use my lining, so you can see my front piece is ready here. You can see how it looks on the inside. You can see the neckline, the size, everything is done. And of course, I've also given this a very good press. So you can see here, guys, our piece we're almost done here, guys. So the next thing now to do will be to fix my my zipper at the back piece. So this is the point I would like to fix my zipper. So after that, now I would go ahead and join it over each other. So this time we'll be joining our side. So don't forget, at this point I must have fixed my zipper. So I'll go ahead and sew the shoulder and the sides, and trust me, guys, our blouse is ready. The only thing left now will be what, to attach our sleeves, and we are ready. We are good to go here, guys. Yes, guys, so that is it, guys, on how to make this beautiful straight cut Bustier Igbo blouse. Thank you so much, guys. Like, we have come to the end of today's video. At the end of it all, you can see this is how our blouse is going to be looking. Yes, guys, and just like I told you initially, that I have a video already on how to cut out the Igbo wrapper. It's actually doubled layer. Okay, it can be a little bit tricky, yes, but trust me, I just gave you a very easy explanation on how you can cut your Igbo wrapper, and you can rock it together with your blouse. Thank you so much, guys. If you find this helpful, please don't forget to give me a giant like. Till I see you on the next video, guys. Have a wonderful day.